What's going on, YouTube? So when we think of a Pokemon like Rhydon, we think of a physical tank. 105 HP, 130 attack, 120 base defense, a very diverse move pool that features moves such as Body Slam, Earthquake, and Rock Slide for stab, and some moves like Ice Beam and Thunderbolt for coverage against its weaknesses. However, moves like those two won't be hitting very hard due to a base special of 45. Rhydon also isn't going to be attacking first much due to its 40 base speed. So what if we took a Rhydon with 0 DVs in special and made it to where we could only use special moves? You'll see I've modified this Rhydon's moveset to start with Surf, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Fire Blast. Yes, very OP moves to start the game, but I could have done this run where it starts after Brock when I get the TM for Water Gun in Mount Moon, or start with Water Gun as my first move since it would be the first special move that we could get, but I would spend an eternity at Misty's gym getting walled at that point, and I don't really want to level up a bunch just to get past her. I got the idea for this video from J-Rose's Abra Only Physical Moves video, and RBY Pokemon Challenges, who if you haven't seen any of his videos, I recommend them. He does minimum battle runs with Pokemon with 0 DVs across the board. His channel has really taken off. Show him some love and show J-Rose some love. Links in the description. So Rhydon is in the slow level up group. The name speaks for itself. It takes a lot more experience for us to reach the next level than other Pokemon. This is going to be a big problem going forward, and it's also why I'm going to fight Rival 1A, because I need all the experience I can get. I don't bother fighting any other trainers before this battle. And as you see, right after this encounter, it's going to go really, really bad. So bad that I'm not even going to attempt it again after this. You'd think, with overpowered moves to start, we should decimate him, but you're wrong. He leads with Pidgey, and we're gonna go ahead and use Thunderbolt. Pidgey still outspeeds. Thunderbolt doesn't even one-shot it. We get the Paralyze and knock it out. Oh, no we don't. It gets off a Sand Attack, but we get through it. We gain a level there, and Squirtle's next, and yeah, Bubble, that did a whole lot. And we're gonna get knocked out next turn. So with that out of the way, we're not even gonna bother with this battle anymore. And we're gonna try our luck with Brock next. I fought all the bug catchers in Viridian Forest before the Junior Light Years trainer because, as I've said before, we're gonna need a lot of experience. Diglett outspeeds, goes for Scratch, it doesn't do much. Surf is not a one-shot, surprisingly. Diglett can't do much, Surf is gonna knock it out. Gain a level there, which is nice. Out comes Sandshrew. It also can't do much to me thanks to our great base defense. It gets off a Sand Attack, and once we hit another Surf, Surf is also going to be a 2-shot on it. So, Junior Light Years trainer down. Brock should be easy. We've got 2 moves that are 4 times super effective against his 2 Pokemon in the forms of Surf and Ice Beam. So, Brock is really nothing. In fact, Brock's probably the easiest gym leader. Ice Beam actually freezes Geodude, and he wastes a turn full healing it, so no damage taken and a level gained. Out comes Onix, who outspeeds, doesn't do much. Ice Beam also freezes it. Brock wastes a full heal, and that is the battle with Brock. So, before getting out of Mount Moon, I go ahead and I'm fighting every trainer in between. And exiting Mount Moon, I have the choice between Rival 2 and Misty. And Rival 2 makes the most sense because Misty's Pokemon more than likely can outspeed us. And Starmie could probably easily one-shot us with Bubble Beam. So, Rival 2 is the choice. We can also fight all the trainers on Nugget Bridge and on the above route to get some extra experience before Misty. And hopefully we can withstand a Water Gun or maybe even a Bubble Beam. Pidgeotto comes out, Quick Attack does nothing, Ice Beam doesn't knock it out, but a second Ice Beam will. Abra can't attack us, so I'm going for Ice Beam to try to get a lucky freeze. None of our moves are really doing much because we have low special and Aber has great special, but it goes down quickly. Rattata misses a tackle. I switch to Fire Blast because it's our strongest move, and yeah, we make quick work of Rattata. Squirtle is next. Thunderbolt does about a little over half. It goes for Tail Whip and essentially hands us the battle there. I clear out all the trainers on Nugget Bridge and routes 24 and 25 before taking on Misty. I've also fought all the trainers in her gym because I feel like we're gonna need everything. And this run would truly be impossible on minimum battles. Looking at you, RBY, this might be one for you to try. So, Staryu comes out, it outspeeds, Water Gun does 57 HP. Thunderbolt paralyzes it so we can knock it out next turn. Unfortunately, Starmie outspeeds us, and yeah, Thunderbolt doesn't do much, and it's just gonna knock us out. And I'm gonna try this again, because maybe with better luck, we can get through this. Like, if we can paralyze Starmie, or get some X-Defend luck, we can do this, but as you see, we don't paralyze Staryu, and it's just gonna knock us out. So, we're gonna skip Misty for now, and we're gonna battle Rival 3. And we've wiped out all the trainers on the SSA, and we picked up items to sell, because we're probably gonna need the money. Pidgeotto comes out, we outspeed it, it holds on from Thunderbolt, but we knock it out the next turn. Next is Raticate, I'm not worried about it. Fire Blast, one shot. Kadabra I am worried about, it goes for Teleport, Fire Blast does half, and another Fire Blast knocks it out. Wartortle's last. Thunderbolt is going to be a 2-hit KO. Water Gun does a lot there, but we hold on, we get the win. So, all that's left now is Misty, because we can't battle Surge until we get her badge. And you're just going to see a bunch of sped up attempts here. We consistently lost to Misty. It's the same results. We can get past Staryu, and then Starmie just knocks us out. Misty beat us 7 times in a row. Total, if you include the 2 attempts that we lost before. Definitely one of the biggest roadblocks in this run. But we're finally going to get some luck. We finally get this run. We Thunderbolt the Staryu, we knock it out in one hit, thankfully. Starmie comes out, it outspeeds, does massive damage. Thunderbolt does massive damage back. Misty goes for an X-Defend, and we finally get the win. Finally. So, Surge, we're gonna skip for now. And we'll just backtrack to him once we have access to Saffron City. And exiting Rock Tunnel, I'm gonna take on Rival 4 next, because Erika, Victory Bell would just one-shot us with Razor Leaf, since Razor Leaf always critical hits. So, Rival 4 makes the most sense here, and here's how the battle goes. Pidgeotto comes out, we surprisingly outspeed it and one-shot it with Thunderbolt. Next is Growlithe, Surf is a one-shot. Execute is next, Fire Blast, one-shots it, I was a little surprised by that. Kadabra comes out, it goes for Confusion, doesn't do a whole lot, Fire Blast does half, and yeah, it hands us that battle going for Teleport. We outspeed Wartortle, and Bubble does some decent damage, but we're able to get the win. And now that we have access to Celadon City, we're going to do some shopping. And we're going to shop for vitamins. Because since we have 0 DVs in Special, we need to max it out. And I did check beforehand to see how much we would need to buy. Actually tried to reset a few times just to try to save some time overall on the game time. But you'll see here, our special is 48 at level 34. Pretty bad. Let's go ahead and take on Surge since we have access to Saffron City. His Pokemon can't damage us at all. I mean, the most threatening one is Voltorb, who we just knocked out because it could use Sonic Boom. Pikachu, it's a one-shot. Raichu, its attacks can't do anything to us. So, yeah. Surge was probably... I said Brock was the easiest gym leader. I think I take that back. It was definitely Surge. And after Surge, we're going to go ahead and take on Giovanni at the Rocket Game Corner. He is also no challenge. Ice Beam, one-shots Onix. Rhyhorn is next. It has worse special than us, and it's one-shot. Kangaskhan, it's going to outspeed, and it's going to get not a 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but a 5-turn Comet Punch. That was annoying. Ice Beam did about half to it. It gets a bite. It doesn't flinch. Wow, I thought that Ice Beam would knock it out, but he goes for a Guard Spec, and we get the win. So I've mentioned it before that we have very terrible special. Ghastly is a Pokemon with base 100 special. Look how many levels higher we are. We are 16 levels higher. And if we can ever hit this Ghastly, because Confusion and Nightshade really made this place a pain. Yeah, we can't even knock out a Ghastly that we are 16 levels higher than. Like, how is that? I just don't understand it. And I'll show off this battle too. We are 14 levels higher than this Ghastly, and Ice Beam does maybe half. This was a frustrating run. So, I'm gonna opt for Koga next, since his badge will boost our speed, but it's also gonna allow me to use Surf outside of battle. That way we could go to Blaine right away, since his badge boosts our special, which we're gonna really need. And I'm gonna need all the experience I can get, because I'm now starting to think of trainers down the line such as the Champion, Rival 6, Rival 5, Lorelei, Agatha. Those are just a few to name, who could probably be a big wall for our special only Rhydon. And in case you haven't seen the rules in the description of the video, I've added an extra one. I'm going to be banning the use of Mimic in this run. Because, yeah, we could use Mimic to mimic other special moves, or to mimic a move like Amnesia, or to mimic a physical move, and I want to make things challenging. But anyways, to the battle with Koga, you'll see that Coughing number 1 really isn't anything. Muck, we don't do too much damage to it, but we do manage to burn it. And just like a lot of the Pokemon in this run, a lot of the physical attacking ones, Koga's Pokemon cannot do much to us. In fact, when we get to Weezing, I want it to use Self-Destruct just to make the battle go by quicker. And we are finally at Weezing. Ice Beam, not doing a whole lot. I'm just hoping for a freeze. And I'm switching to Fire Blast now because it's more powerful, but we get the burn. Let's just switch back to Ice Beam. Let's hurry up and get this win. And on to the next. And with Koga's badge now in hand, I'm going to waste no time going to Blaine. Because now that we can use Surf outside of battle, we already have Surf. So yeah, there's really no time wasted there. Blaine's going to lead with Growlithe. We outspeed, Surf doesn't one-shot, but Super Potion, we're going to take it down the next turn. Next is Ponyta. Super Potion, Surf, Crit probably mattered. Rapidash is next. Super Potion, Surf. Okay. Growl is going to badge boost our speed, and I'm cool with that. Last is Arcanine. It outspeeds, goes for a Fire Blast that only does 41 HP. Surf is probably going to be a 3-hit KO. Fire Blast is Arcanine's most powerful move, and it's not using it, so yeah. another easy gym battle. So with Blaine's badge out of the way, we can't forget about Erika. Once we get out of this battle, there we go. We can't forget about Erika. I battled all the trainers in her gym just because, you know, slow experience group, we're gonna need it. Now, the biggest question, can we outspeed Victory Bell? Let's find out. Fire Blast misses, Razor Leaf hits, but we survive. Fire Blast hits next turn, we KO it. Tangela, I know is going to be a one-shot. Vileplume also has very bad speed, so we just need to hit, we do, we win. Erika's out of the way, and now it's time for Silph Co. There's plenty of trainers here, in case Rival Fivel walls us. So I'm not too worried, and the trainers don't disappear until you defeat Giovanni. So, you best believe I'm going to battle every trainer here. Because as I stated earlier, I'm thinking long-term and some of the trainers down the line that could wall us. Let's see if Rival Fivel, who is a wall for some Pokemon, will do the same. Pidgeot is the lead. We outspeed. Thunderbolt doesn't one-shot, but Wing Attack, that doesn't really do much. Next is Growlithe, who I thought Growlithe had decent speed, but its base speed stat 60, so we one-shot it with Surf. Execute, Fire Blast, one-shot. Alakazam, I know will outspeed us. It does, goes for Confusion, that doesn't do much. I'm going for Ice Beam, trying to get a freeze. It gets a massive critical there. Psybeam doesn't KO us, but oh my god, come on. I thought it would be a 3-hit KO for Alakazam. It's not. Blastoise is last. We outspeed. Thunderbolt paralyzes, and it goes for Withdraw. So we've got a first try victory on Rival Fivel. I go ahead and take out the remaining trainers before taking on Giovanni, just to get all the experience I can. And Giovanni's Pokemon have bad special with the exception of Nidoqueen, so this fight is a cakewalk. Ice Beam on Nidorino, we get a lucky freeze, and we knock it out the next turn. Kangaskhan is next, and it can't do much to us. Fire Blast, since it's our strongest attack, just hangs on. We go ahead and knock it out next turn. Rhyhorn has worse special than Rhydon, and it's a one-shot with Surf. Nidoqueen, arguably his best Pokemon on this team. Ice Beam, it hangs on, but a guard spec, and we take down Giovanni. So, after Giovanni, we're going to take on Sabrina. Her Pokemon have high special and high speed. We do not. How could this go? Kadabra's first, we outspeed it, Fire Blast is half, Psychic hits us, doesn't do much, and we take it out the next turn. Mr. Mime, we outspeed, the crit probably mattered with Fire Blast, 2 down. Venomoth, I'm not worried about, Fire Blast, it takes it down. Alakazam, I am worried about. Psybeam, because it outspeeds us, and I'm going for Ice Beam, trying to get a lucky freeze. It sets up a Reflect, and it spams Reflect the rest of the battle, giving us the win. And the only gym leader we have left is Giovanni, who, throughout this playthrough, hasn't been a challenge at all. And I don't expect him to be a challenge here. The only Pokemon of his that remotely scares me is Dugtrio, because it'll probably outspeed us and is a critting machine. Rhyhorn, Surf, one shot. Dugtrio does outspeed. Dig doesn't do much. Surf, one shot. Alright, 3 Pokemon to go. Nidoqueen, Ice Beam, critical hit, probably mattered. Nidoking, Ice Beam, doesn't knock it out. That tells me the critical hit did matter against Nidoqueen. And Ice Beam takes it down. Giovanni's Rhydon is last. Ice Beam doesn't quite knock it out, but Guard Spec, and yeah, we win. That is all 8 gym badges. But we have Rival 6 next, and Rival 6 has been a wall for some Pokemon. Rival 6 was a wall for Magneton. Will he be a wall for Rhydon? Let's find out. As we know, the rival likes to lead with Pidgeot. Thunderbolt. Critical hit? I wonder if that mattered. Okay, one down. Rhyhorn is next, and yeah, Surf, one shot. Growlithe, Surf, one shot. Execute, Fire Blast, and another one shot. So, 4 up, 4 down. Alakazam is next. It outspeeds. Psybeam doesn't do too much. I'm trying to get a lucky freeze on it. Ice Beam's probably about a 4 to 5 hit KO. Psybeam gets a massive crit and confuses us, and yeah. We go down pretty quickly. Maybe with some better luck, we can win this. If we could get a lucky freeze on Alakazam, then I feel like we got this in the bag. There really isn't much to say about his first 4 Pokemon we saw in the last battle. Well, I guess the crit did matter with Pidgeot. Luckily, it just goes for agility. Rhyhorn, we know, is a one-shot with Surf. Growlithe is going to be the same. Execute, we switch to Fire Blast, and it's also a one-shot, although I wonder if Ice Beam could one-shot it. Alakazam, Psybeam, and it gets another massive critical hit. Fire Blast isn't doing that much to it, and yeah, this battle looks like it's going to go the same as the last one. Luckily for us, there's still some trainers on the world map, which I do battle to level up some. We're back at level 60 now, and Thunderbolt still can't one-shot Pidgeot. But, like the last battle, it just spams agility. And like the last battle, Rhyhorn is going to be a one-shot with Surf, and Growlithe will also be a one-shot with Surf. And Execute, Fire Blast, it's still a one-shot. But now is Alakazam. Can we get past this special critting machine? Well, we can't like that. It gets a massive critical hit Psyboom twice in a row and knocks us out. So that is 3 losses to Rival 6. I believe the record for losses is 7 so far in this run against Misty. I'm going to pop 5 rare candies that we have on hand. There are still a few on the world map that I need to get. There's one in the power plant. I actually don't remember if I picked up the one in Cerulean at this point. And there's also one in Victory Road that we're not accounting for. Can we get past Rival 6? Thunderbolt on Pidgeot is still not a one-shot. I'm kind of shocked by that. Anyways, Rhyhorn is next. Ice Beam is a one-shot. Okay. Surf on Growlithe, also a one-shot. I mean, we've seen this. Rhyhorn, Growlithe, and Execute are all one-shots with, Surf, Fire Blast. Alakazam, the one we worry about. Psybeam doesn't do much. Ice Beam is probably a 5-hit KO. Psychic does massive damage. And yeah. So Rival 6 is a giant wall. And I actually had to train all the way up to level 70. Level 70 to have a decent fight. Thunderbolt finally one-shots Pidgeot now at level 70. And I don't need to say anything about Rhyhorn, Growlithe, and Execute. You guys have seen enough failed battles to see here that they're all one-shots. As long as we hit the moves that we need to use against them. Fire Blast being the least accurate of them. Now, Alakazam. How will this go? Psybeam. Pretty big crit. Ice Beam. Looks like a 3 to 4 hit KO. Psychic. Okay, we withstood that. And we finally get past Alakazam. Blastoise is last. Thunderbolt. And it goes for withdraw. So we didn't get Hydro Pump, so that's what we wanted, and thank God. We have finally gotten by Rival 6, and I want you to look at the time here when we're first saving in front of Lorelei. 8 hours, 46 minutes. Keep this in mind, because we're actually going to add a lot of time to our final time here. Dugong is the lead for Lorelei. I'm going to use Thunderbolt on it, and it does over 2/3. Okay, Aurora Beam. That does quite a bit on a crit. Okay, Dugong's down. Cloyster, it has worse special, but we also have bad special. Thunderbolt, critical hit. I wonder if that mattered. Slowbro has high special, and if it starts spamming Amnesia, that could be worrisome. Luckily, we take it down in 2 shots. Jinx also has high special. And Fire Blast, okay. But Lorelei's ace, Lapras, comes out. Thunderbolt, okay. And Hydro Pump, yeah. And Lorelei is a pretty big wall now. I would go out and train in Victory Road. I've essentially battled every overworld trainer that I can think of now. And I was attempting this battle every time I'd gain a level. And it'd just be the same results over and over again. I could make it to Lapras, but it just would not miss with either Hydro Pump or Blizzard. And it was really frustrating. And I want you guys to guess, what level do you think I had to get to finally beat Lorelei? I'll give you a hint. It's, you know, it sucked doing all the training just because Rhydon is in the slow level up group, but I had to train all the way up to level 80. Level 80 was when I finally made it by Lorelei, and I actually had a run where I made it past the Elite Four all in one sweep, but unfortunately the footage got corrupted. And here's a successful battle. Thunderbolt almost takes down Dugong. We get a paralyze, but it still gets through. And we finish it the next turn. Cloyster, we know, is a one-shot. Slowbro, Thunderbolt, and almost a one-shot. It goes for withdraw, so yeah. And this is the best case scenario because we know Jinx is a one-shot, and we have enough HP to maybe withstand a Hydro Pump or a Blizzard from Lapras. Thunderbolt and Blizzard hits? We do. And we finally made it by Lorelei. And in this run, I'm going to be saving between Elite Four members because it was a pain. I mean, just going on the overworld map and training in Victory Road, I actually knocked out all of the legendary birds too. Bruno's battle, there's really nothing much to it. You'll just see me use Surf until all of his Pokemon faint. But yeah, just training took a while. And you'll see how much it affected Rhydon's in-game time at the end of this. I'm still, I think I might do a run with Rhydon, where I don't do special-only moves, just because I would really like to see how it stacks up against Magneton, Kingler, Victreebel, Mr. Mime, other Pokemon I've done on the channel, and I should probably revisit redoing the Hitmonchan run. But enough about that. We've got Agatha next, and I expect her to be a wall, just because her Pokemon have very high special and are very speedy. Gengar number 1, Ice Beam. We don't get a freeze. Nightshade does a little bit, but that can add up quick. We miss with Fire Blast and get confused. We hit ourselves. Dream Eater misses because we're not asleep. Fire Blast hits and we get the burn, and yeah, Agatha essentially hands us this because Gengar keeps spamming Dream Eater. Golbat's next. Thunderbolt is a one-shot, thank God. Haunter is next. Ice Beam does about half. We get confused, and we hit ourselves again. But she just keeps spamming Dream Eater, and... oh wow, it hung on, okay. Well, doesn't matter. Super Potion can't heal it enough. And look at that. This is the first time we've grown a level since we started battling in the Elite Four. That shows you about Rhydon's experience group. Anyways, Arbok, we nearly take it down, we burn it, and then we finish it the next turn. Last Gengar, Ice Beam, I'm hoping for a Lucky Freeze. It goes for Dream Eater, and there's that Lucky Freeze. So, Agatha, first try. I was shocked by that. And for Lance, I expect this battle to go pretty good. I've replaced Ice Beam with Blizzard, just because I want an attack that's got a bit more pop for his dragons. Gyarados is the lead, and Thunderbolt should be a one-shot. It is. Alright. Dragonair number 1, Blizzard, one shot. Okay. And, spoiler alert, all of his Pokemon are one shot by Blizzard. His most threatful Pokemon, Gyarados, was one shot just because Hydro Pump could do massive damage, and once Dragonite gets knocked out here, we are on, officially, to the champion. So, Lance and Bruno ended up being the easiest members. Agatha, who I thought would be a wall, was not. And Lorelei, yeah, she was a wall who we had to level up a bunch just to get past. But how will the champion be? We know Alakazam was a huge wall. Blastoise could be a huge wall. Can we get by the champion again on our first try? Let's find out. So, we know that the champion is going to lead with Pidgeot. The question is, can we one-shot it with Thunderbolt? And the answer is... no, we can't. I should have used Blizzard, but it went for Mirror Move, which mimics Thunderbolt, so it can't hurt us. Alakazam, Blizzard. Let's see if we can get a Lucky Freeze. We don't, but it goes for Reflect twice. Blizzard, and we're actually speed tied with Alakazam. I went for a Surf, anticipating that we'd knock out, but that full restore had other plans. Psychic is what we don't want to see. We get a special drop, and Fire Blast, yeah, that's doing a lot less. You'll see that we go first here. Blizzard, it hung on by a thread, but Thunderbolt's going to knock it out. Rhydon is next, and yeah, Blizzard, it held on barely, but we froze it, and that's that special drop from Alakazam really showing now. I don't know how this is going to go. Arcanine's next. Surf. And it holds on too. That special drop is really affecting us. Alright, so another Surf should take it down. And look at that, the second level we've gained. Exeggutor, Fire Blast. It hangs on, but we burn it. It puts us to sleep with Hypnosis, so that's kind of annoying. Asleep for a turn, and Barrage, it's doing 1 HP per hit. Stomp does a little more, and another Fire Blast finishes it. Alright, so we made it to Blastoise. Thunderbolt, it hangs on, and Hydro Pump. Yeah. Let's go ahead and try this again. Hopefully no special drop, we can do better. The rival leads with Pidgeot. I learned from last battle and lead with Blizzard. And look at that, Blizzard's a one-shot. Alakazam is next. Blizzard, and I'm just hoping for a freeze. And Reflect, okay, I'll take that. It goes for Reflect again. Blizzard, critical hit, definitely mattered. The rival's Rhydon is next. And Blizzard knocks it out. No special drop does a lot. Arcanine is next. Surf, I wonder if it will be a one-shot. It isn't. But it goes for Roar. Okay, so We're about to be 4 Pokemon down, and we haven't lost a single point of HP. Exeggutor's next. Fire Blast I don't think will one-shot it, and it doesn't. It goes for Barrage. It's doing 1 HP per hit. It hits twice, so really we have all of our HP for Blastoise. So Thunderbolt probably won't knock it out. It doesn't. Hydro Pump, can we withstand this? No. Critical hit. So we are now 0-2 against the champion, after having a run where I beat him first try. Round 3, fight. Can we do it this time? Pidgeot, Blizzard, and one-shot. Officially. Alakazam is next. Psybeam, because the speed tie it wins. It doesn't do much. Blizzard. Can we get a freeze? We don't. Psybeam again. And, okay, Blizzard. One more hit will do it. It goes for Psychic. We just don't want a special drop. And we get a big critical hit. So, this looks like it might be another loss. Rhydon, Blizzard, and one-shot. Arcanine, Surf. Probably won't be a one-shot. It isn't. It misses takedown, and yeah, we can just take it out this turn. Exeggutor is just trolly. So, Fire Blast, and we burn it. Okay. Stomp, that doesn't really do much. We finish it here with Fire Blast, and once again, we've made it to Blastoise. Can we get a lucky miss? Please, or go for withdraw. And we got a miss with Blizzard. Finally. Finally. This run is over. We have beaten the game with a Rhydon using only special moves. And with 0 DVs in special. Let me tell you, this run was rough. If Rhydon wasn't in the slow level up group, it probably would have went a lot better. I'm wondering what its in-game time is compared to Pokemon like Magneton and Kingler, Victreebel, Mr. Mime that we've done on the channel. And I'm just sitting here waiting in suspense. Like, come on, Hall of Fame, hurry up. Alright, we're finally gonna see it. And it is 12 hours, 35 minutes. Okay, so a lot of that came just grinding to beat the Elite Four. And I kind of want to eventually do another run with just a Rhydon, but not have such restrictions, because I think Rhydon by itself, I'd probably get a time closer to the 5-hour mark just because of the slow level up group. But Pokemon like Mr. Mime could have beaten the game 4 times over that it took this Rhydon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm already working on the next one. It's another fully evolved Pokemon. It's one I've never used before, and I think you guys should enjoy it. Anyways, I'll just let the credits play out. Take care, everyone. And remember, if you enjoy if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, because it does help me out. Take care.